the encouragement you need in the songs you love.
Grow your faith each day with His Radio Mornings.
The fam is all back together. Scott is back after vacation. We have Jake and Ben, morning show producers, and there is a new flavor of Dr. Pepper. And to me, it sounds very interesting. It's blackberry. And they even have a zero sugar version of it.
Mm-mm.
No?
Not for me.
No. Scott?
I tried. I love blackberry.
I do too. Like,
Yeah.
just fresh blackberries. Okay. Let's see. Ben?
Yeah, I'm trying this day one.
Okay. Jake?
I'm right there with him.
Okay. But
So I'm the odd one out.
well, you are. Yeah, a little bit. Because you are just a pure, I hate to say a naturalist because that's not going to
No.
happen because it's soda, but a purist, right? Isn't that what they would call it?
Yeah, if I want a Dr. Pepper, I just want to be OG, not
Yeah.
these extra flavors.
Yeah.
Just the Pepsi, just the Coke, just the Dr. Pepper, just the Sprite. No one fancy extra like, what is it? Cherry Coke? Mm-mm.
Oh, that's so good.
Ooh,
No.
that's the best.
That
No,
is
thank
the
you.
best one. Okay, but I will agree, like, what was that one, the Coke they had? Not Starry. It was like, it was some weird name for it. And
Something about like back in the day.
it didn't tell you even what the flavors were.
Yeah.
Like Dream.
Dream, yes, that was
Yeah.
it. And it was like, okay, what do my dreams taste like? Because sometimes they're not so good. Sometimes they're glorious. Okay, so Ben, there is a flavor you do not want in your soda.
Yeah, they came out with an orange Coke and a vanilla Coke in the past that just were not doing it for me.
See, I don't like vanilla in mine either. Honestly, the only thing I've liked so far has been cherry.
Yes.
But I think the blackberry might be good.
I like Coke with lime. That's really good.
Yeah, no.
And I like Dr. Pepper strawberry.
Yeah, no.
There's a version of Dr. Pepper, so that's why I think the blackberry might be pretty good too.
Well, Maggie texted and she said, I'm with Ninja, give me the OG.
She knows what's up.
Okay, so there's 2 to 4 right now. So 4 of us are going to try it. 2 are going to be the holdouts. So what say you? You can weigh in on the My His Radio app in the open mic or text 800-447-7234. We're going to the My His Radio app and the open mic.
Dr. Pepper is perfect by itself. Why do they have to mess with it?
Okay. So, but I get it. You know, first of all, they're trying to get new people, new consumers to try the Dr. Pepper.
And Dr. Pepper has 23 flavors, so why not add another one?
Oh, sure. Yeah, there's a lot. It's like KFC and the chicken. Doesn't it have 18 different spices or something like that?
Oh,
So,
goodness.
yeah, that's how. And Ninja over here trying to be like the OG, like when it's got 23 flavors.
I just
in
like
it.
the OG 23.
Okay, OG 23. I like that. They should call
That's
the
good.
original that. So we got
Yes.
some text too.
Yes. Crystal says, I love coconut Coke Zero.
What? They sell that?
No, she makes it herself with the coconut syrup.
Oh, yeah, because I put that in coffee. I've never tried it in soda. I don't know
Yeah.
about coconut.
And Melissa, she's just not a fan of Dr. Pepper. She said it tastes like black licorice.
No, it doesn't.
I knew we were going to hear from Jake for sure. What now?
Absolutely not.
No. And
doesn't.
Ben?
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's not in the 23 flavors. That's all I know.
Licorice is not. Okay. All right. And we got another text.
Erica said, do you remember back in the day when they had clear Coca-Cola?
Well, wasn't it Pepsi Clear? Did they
I
have
thought
a
it was
Coke?
Pepsi.
I don't know if they had a Coke version, but I mean, I know where she's going with that. Yes, and I think it was on shelves 2.5 days.
Absolutely not would I try the Dr. Pepper Blackberry. Way back in 4th grade, I tasted Dr. Pepper and it tasted like cough syrup, and I have not had any of it since. So there is about a 0% chance. I'm with Ninja, I'm with the OG. I drink Coke or Pepsi. I don't want any flavors in it. I just like the original.
Okay, I don't know when Dr. Pepper has tasted like cough syrup, but I mean, I can see they're both very deep sort of tastes. So maybe.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But Steve, talking about the blackberry flavor, said blackberry Mountain Dew. It was
What?
Not, it
Wait a
was
minute. Hold up. What?
Blackberry Mountain Dew?
Is there a zero version of that?
I don't know. He wasn't a fan of the flavor, though.
Is there, Ben?
It's called Purple Thunder, and they have a zero version.
Purple Thunder from Down Under?
I don't know if it's down under, but that's it.
Joanne said when she goes to Walt Disney World at Epcot, they have a Coke drink spot with different sodas from around the world, like different flavors.
Oh, like in Atlanta, the world of Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah, that is like that.
Okay. Is there anything that she specifically likes?
She said the Sprite from Japan has cucumber in it.
I wonder if she likes it, because that would not be something I would like.
This is what living out your faith sounds like.
Welcome to His Radio Mornings.
There is a new talent out there, and I'm just going to give you a little tasty taste of this new talent. Like, really got the beat.
What is that?
That's a cat.
Wow.
It's the singing cat. I love that. Like, he really does understand when it is his turn.
Did he train him? Was born this way? I have so many questions.
So many. I don't know, but the cat's got rhythm.
He does.
Scott, you have a couple of cats. Do they have talent like this?
No, although our middle cat, we've got 3 now. Our middle cat sounds like that in the middle of the night because she goes hunting. So she's got one of those little furry toy mice.
Okay,
know?
I thought. Yeah.
And she thinks she catches it every night and then does that for like an hour or so while we're asleep.
She's trying to show off her prize.
Yes, she is. Very proud of it. I just wish she would be proud of it during the daytime when we're awake.
True.
But that's when she sleeps.
Wow. So our youngest dog, Copper, has a talent. Now, she doesn't really do it, on cue or anything like this, but typically 3 o'clock in the morning.
Ew.
It happened this morning.
Ew.
That is the worst sound.
The worst sound. But you know what? They really should make an alarm clock with that sound, because we'd be up in a heartbeat.
Be running out.
His Radio Mornings, weekdays on His Radio.
When you look at a person and your heart goes fast, it means you're in love.
Does it really?
Well, according to Carlos, who's 9 years old.
Oh.
I know. He's a student of a teacher that got married recently. And she asked her students in her class, I guess, to write notes. And then she did something cool at the wedding.
Yes, she framed all the notes and used them as table markers at the reception so all the guests could look at them. She used it as decorations, but it was also super sweet because it was something to be able to have her students to be a part of her special day.
I think that, and each of them had kind of a different take on the notes. One said people get married because they want to have babies.
Okay.
Let's see. People get married because they fall in love. And then they get married. I mean, yes, okay. And I love that she used them, or they used them, I should say, as far as like centerpieces and table markers. And so like it would have table 11, and then that's where you sat. So I went to a wedding one time where the groom was a huge fan of Top Gun. Like, absolutely a huge fan. And I think what he used was like the call signs, like you were at table Maverick or you were at table Goose.
But what does that mean? I didn't know that meant. I thought those were people's names.
Well, yeah, but and it had you got your place card.
Oh, so that's not a word for a number.
No.
Goose doesn't mean 5.
No. It actually said you're at Goose. You're at table Goose.
Okay.
And it was so cool because they were able to bring. And typically it is the bride who does those things, but she allowed him to have his moment in the sun.
Yeah.
And Top Gun was a big part of that reception. Love it.
The encouragement you need.
With His Radio Mornings.
Couple things we need to all begin doing.
Okay.
We need to pray, which
right.
We should be doing that anyway.
Yes.
Reading.
Okay.
Crafting.
Ooh, I like this.
Yes. Listen to music.
Ooh.
Or play a musical instrument.
Why should we be doing this?
Okay, especially if you're after 60 years old, older than 60 years old, which none of us, in this room are there yet. But if we start doing it now, it can help ward off dementia.
Oh, because it uses all your brain muscles?
Yeah, I think, if you don't use it, you could lose it. And so
Right.
I think that's what it is. I don't know if this is true or not. I'm not a neuroscientist or a neurosurgeon, but I've heard every time you learn something, you get a new wrinkle in your brain.
Yeah.
So I don't want my face wrinkled, but I want my brain wrinkled.
I read a book once in college, and it was all about how music can help trigger memories.
Well, think about it. When you
Mm-hmm.
hear that song, it immediately takes you back. It's nostalgic, and you start
Yes.
remembering where you were. Maybe, there was a first date or a 1st dance, or you and your girlfriends hanging out, whatever the case is when you hear that music. So I totally get that. So again, crafting, which, you know what? I feel like, Ninja, you're gonna be good on the memory front.
I do like crafting.
You do like crafting. You made bread again over the weekend.
I did. We're back. It was so fun.
I know.
Does that count as crafting, though?
I think it is. I think if you're baking, especially sourdough, my goodness gracious.
This is what living out your faith sounds like.
Welcome to His Radio Mornings.
There is a handbag that I've seen, and you'll see on different shows or, in these magazines where they talk about, it's called a Birkin. And a Birkin is an extremely expensive handbag. I don't get it. And okay, Scott, I'm going to lob this out to you. How much is an extremely expensive handbag? Like, just think of a price in your head.
Several $100s.
Okay. So a Birkin can be up to $400,000.
For a purse?
Hold on.
Yeah.
$400,000.
$400,000. So they team up with Hermes, which is very, very high end, like scarves. You'll see, a Hermes scarf, and it can be thousands of dollars. And I just sit back and I'm like, they're nice. Believe me, they're super, super nice. I don't know that I've ever seen a Birkin bag in person, but I've seen them on shows and, magazines or whatever.
So a house, basically.
More than a house. I don't get it.
Wow.
Like I've always said, if I don't have enough money in the bank to cover my handbag, I'm not going to carry. I don't understand.
I could go to college for less than that.
For less than, you could have master's degrees. You could be an MD. Your cousin could be an MD, your sister. So Walmart has decided they are going to have their own version of this Birkin bag.
A great value one.
A very much great value.
Yeah, right?
And it looks similar. I haven't touched it, obviously. I haven't even seen them in the stores yet. The price, $78.
That's still a bit pricey for a purse for me, but that's a lot better than
The 400,000.
Yeah.
So some of the Birkins cost $7,000. Still,
Right.
that's your bargain basement Birkin. I
That's
guess.
the change purse that goes inside the Birkin
That's
bag.
the keychain
Well, for
that's hooked.
I was going to say, for $78, you've got money to actually put things in the bag.
Thank you. Thank you. You might be able to actually afford your Burt's Bees.
The encouragement you need.
With His Radio Mornings.
So I did this a lot over the weekend, just trying to find something to watch.
Do you think it's because there are too many good options or not enough?
I think it's not enough. Like, I'll see something, I'll turn it on, and maybe 3 minutes in, I'm like,
yeah.
nah, this is not for me. Because of sometimes it's the language, sometimes it's the subject matter, and you just don't know kind of going in.
Right.
And you can even look at like ratings and things like that. Doesn't really tell the whole story. And so I'll do that. So now I'm 3 minutes out of my life just trying to find something to watch. And I end up going back to something I've already seen. I watched Armageddon last night for the 800th time because I kind of know, what's going to happen. It was an edited version, so it was good.
You know what to expect.
Exactly. But we're spending a lot of time wasting time.
Yeah, a total of 110 hours just choosing what to watch
Every year.
every year. I guess the average of all the people ever.
That is a lot of wasted time
Yeah.
that we could put somewhere else. But, I really go by word of mouth. If somebody says, oh my goodness, like I've rewatched The Chosen seasons 1 through 4. I don't even know, 4 or 5 times. And I mean, that's full seasons. I will say I found the subject matter is a little heavy. But I found it Lockerbie, and it's about something that happened on a plane in like the late 80s over Lee Lockerbie, Scotland.
Yeah.
And so even though I was alive at that time, I didn't know a whole lot about what was going on. And so I found that interesting. So I was watching that over the weekend.
Yeah. My kind of show is like the what's it? It's when you bake a cake and you try to see if it's real or not. Those
Cake or fake, fake or cake, or something like that.
Those kind of shows. But then, of course, all I want is cake afterwards.
Yeah, that's the problem as we go into shows like that. But typically, they're really good to watch.
Yes.
You don't have to scroll a lot.
This is what living out your faith sounds like.
Welcome to His Radio Mornings.
So Kaylee was at her family's house over the holidays, and she was complaining. I think she wanted a new dryer.
For
Christmas, or maybe, just in general. And they're like, well, okay, well, what's going on with it? She said, well, I have to run my clothes through 3 cycles to get them dry.
I can see how that'd be an inconvenience.
Very much so. And, power bill and just time waster. So I get it. So the family, I think it was her dad or somebody, went over and checked. Oh, my goodness. Not just her lint trap at the front. They were talking about taking off the back of the dryer.
Uh-huh.
And they said, lint gets caught up in here. She had no idea what a lint trap was to start with.
That's the thing that you pull up
Yes.
and you clean the little filter every time, right?
Every single time you do a little laundry, you should clean it out, especially like towels because it collects even more. But there's even companies that go in and suck all the lint out.
Ooh.
Yeah, because her house could have caught on fire.
I would have never thought about up the inside.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So sometimes I think, Scott, do you know, is it once a year?
I think so.
Uh-oh.
That you...
And I get onto my wife sometimes because she forgets to clean the front thing, So I'm always going behind her to double check. But I know that you have to pull the dryer out occasionally. I think, once a year, and check back there because a lot of the lint can accumulate in the back.
And I feel like you not only would get the lint out, but you'd find an awful lot of socks.
Can I just take my vacuum cleaner and...
You know what? That is definitely an idea.